Alabama, where we just had a series of tornadoes and all kinds of crazy stuff. Just friggin' whacked out, let me tell you. Alrighty, well, we have a 5 console stream here. Alright, and we're going to start this one off here with Mr. Caden Bell. Alright, now, these systems are up on live, of course, with Alliance Servers. You got Purge for GTA 5, you got BO2, MW3, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Offhosts, as well as Jiggy and Sentinel. And of course, we have the famed College Football Revamped on there for NCAA 14. Alright, all systems are going to be shipped out tomorrow. You'll get tracking numbers in your email. Along in that email, you will get a link to the stream and a link to the startup setup video. Please make sure to watch that video, otherwise you're going to be sitting at the Xbox 360 logo for a very long time. Alright, that startup setup video is a one-shot deal that you do. You get it up on your network. Once you do that, you don't have to do it again until you change networks or routers or whatever. Alright, so anyway, we're going to start this off here. Hey man, how you doing? How you guys doing? Good to see you out there. Alright, so we're going to start this one off here. Mr. Caden Bell, we bought one. It's a 250 gig RGH3, okay, and we did a modified ROL for him. So we're going to fire this thing up here. RGH3, of course, you got the, chipless install on here, and as you can see, there you are, and you wanted white with red, so there you have it, okay? Now, tell you what, I'm going to put you up over here, and I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to set you up right there. Well, you can see now we're going to boot up. We're going to get into Aurora here. And then I'm going to go through this thing with you, okay? That's a 250 gig complement, all right? And I'm going to show you some things on here. So that's our College Football Revamped updater. That's our one-button updater that just came up on the screen. Okay, now, it has version 17.1 on it, okay? However, though, all right? When you get this thing, you can go ahead and just hit yes, please, thank you. It will go ahead and it will download it. We updated the XEXs, and that way then this thing will use all 3 threads on the processor, so the average downtime for that whole entire thing, which is around 5.3 gigabytes, usually takes about 2 hours now instead of taking 5. Okay, so we did a lot of load balancing. My dev did a lot of stuff to that thing to get it to work like that. So, but anyway, once there's a new update that comes up on the server, all right, this thing will pop up once you've done the update, or if you hit I'm already up to date, it'll pop up, and when there's an update, just hit it and let it go, and it will download the update and install itself. So there you have it, okay? Now, not now, I'm going to hit not now, ask me later. I'm going to go through this thing, okay? So, here we go. All right, Xbox 360. Start off with the dashboard, work our way through. As you can see, you got all your Call of Duties on there, Black Ops, Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto, Halo, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped on there, Resident Evil 6, so on and so forth. All right, and then you have Xbox Live Arcade, okay? Now, in a Live Arcade, okay, when you want to play Live Arcade, you got to put it into bypass mode. Hit the power button, and then press the eject button, and let the tray hang out, and sure enough, what will happen is it'll suck the tray back in. You won't be able to get on Xbox Live with it, but you can play the full versions of these games, okay? That's bypass mode. I explain all that in the startup setup video, by the way. All right, here's your tools where they reside in the homebrew section right here. You have a couple classic games on there as well. And you got indie games on there. And of course, to round it out, you have your emulators, okay? And I hate when it doesn't download the title. Ooh, does that burn me up here? Well, let me fix this thing here. This is how you download title artwork, by the way, okay? So now what it'll do is it'll download it, it'll process it, and it'll pop it up there. And give it a second, and there you are, right? So you got NES Emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, Main, Super Nintendo, back to NES Emulator. All right, now, we're going to make sure that it's up and on live. So we'll go ahead, we'll hit the dashboard. All right, and of course, you got your screen here, you got your placard, and we're on servers in free mode right now, so anybody can log onto it, download the XEX. I placed it on ZenSpace and everything else, so, and also directly on our website, so you can download it from there and put it on your RGH, and you can fire it up, just put it in plug into it, and off you go. All right, so you got it, good, okay? Now, bypass the sign-in, and as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. And then over in our 5th tab, we have our Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. To disable a cheat, hit A. To enable, hit A. Okay, so if you want to give someone a real bad day in a lobby, well, that's the place to do it right there, right? So anyway, The Arcaden, listen, I want to thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate shipping it off tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number and all that kind of good stuff in your email. All right, so now we're going to say goodbye to Caden. I'm going to shut him down. Okay, grab the next one. Okay, Dalton Cracker. All right, Cracker, what's up? All right, let me plug this in here. He also ordered a 250 gig RGH. So, Dalton, this one is yours, slim model. All right, we're going to fire it up. And we're going to boot up into Aurora and all that happy nonsense. As you can see, the boot time is great on these. These chipless installs are wonderful. I love it. No messing around with the crystal. No funny wiring. No, nothing. Just works. I can't get better than that. Whenever you can remove a piece of hardware from something that is so awesome, because the simple fact is, the less crap that's piled on, the better off it's going to run. All right, so not now, ask me later. All right, and you'll see we have the same compliment on here, of course. You your Battlefield, your Call of Duties, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to rip through here with Gears of War, Halo, NCAA Football 14, with College Football Revamped, so on and so forth. Xbox Live Arcade. And of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside, your classic games, indie games, emulators, so on and so forth. You got over 8,000 ROMs on there. So if you're into side scrollers and coin-op games and all kinds of older gen video games, it's the place to be. Alright, so we'll go back to Xbox 360. We'll hit the dashboard, make sure she's up and online. Which you better be, otherwise I'll kill it myself. Got it? Good? Okay. Bypass the sign is, as you can see, it's up, it's online with a good KV. Hit the guide button. Mosey on over to our 5th tab, and there's our cheats right there to disable. Hit A to enable, hit A. Very easy. Bring that back. There you have it. Dalton, thank you so much for your business, brother. I greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off tomorrow. It's going out the door. All right, thank you so much. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but in the middle of building these things, there was tornadoes in my area. It's kind of crazy. Post on Facebook and I going like, "You're crazy, man. You're building RGHs in the middle of a tornado." Yeah. Well, what else can happen? You know. I mean, if I get blown away, I get blown away. What the hell? All right. Now here we go, Mr. Ryan Kirstein. Okay, he bought a 120 gig RGH. Now, Ryan, this one is yours right here. We'll fire this thing up. Okay. Here we go. Fire right up there. Life is good. All right, now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to sync this controller up here. Okay. And we're going to boot into Aurora, of course. I'm going to get our notifications and all that happy nonsense. And there we are. Okay, now this one is a 120 gig drive, okay? So, now, a little bit small of a compliment on here, okay? So you got your Xbox 360 dashboard. You work your way through. You got some Call of Duties on there, some Gears of War on there, and of course NCAA Football 14, College Football Revamped. And of course you have your Xbox Live Arcade on there. You got your homebrew section where your tools reside. You got emulators on there, okay? You don't have a full complement, but you've got enough, all right? You can also extend this thing with a USB hard drive, okay? Pretty easy to do, all right? And when you do that, well, basically, you can go ahead and set the path, download to your heart's content, put all the games on there and set it up, and, so that way you're not just running with a 120 gig, all right? So it's very expandable. All right, now, we'll go ahead, we'll hit the dashboard, make sure she's up and online and live and all that other happy nonsense. There you go. All right. We'll bypass the sign-in. As you can see, you're up, you're online, you're live with a good KV. We'll hit the guide button. Mosey on over to our cheats, okay? To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Very easy. Bring it back. There you have it. All right? Ryan, listen, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off tomorrow with this whole bunch of motley crew that's going out, too. All right? Now, yeah, I played Mr. Post Office Worker also. I wear many, many hats. It's crazy. Okay? Yeah, Mr. Brandon Buckner. Okay. Brandon went ahead and he bought a console off the website from us. Here's his 250 gig. All right. Brandon, this one is yours. We'll fire it up here. We'll go through the motions, make sure she all works and everything. All right. System booted. That's good. Sync the controller. Here we go. All right. Now. Here we go. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm into emulation machines and stuff like that. I'm going to build something pretty cool. you know, I was looking at a Roku stream bar and the way it was designed and everything, right? So I was just thinking to myself, I was like, you know, this would be pretty cool to build. So I'm gonna go ahead here and I got one of these, which is a Raspberry Pi 4. Now this one's a little bit tricked out, okay? So you have a SSD drive. Well, this is a M-SATA drive on there. There's 512 gig on there. All right, and this is a Raspberry Pi 4. It's a 4 gig model. All right, you got a power board on here with the fan cooler and 12 volt power supply, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, and of course, you know what's nice about this thing is USB 3.0 on here. So once you connect that up on there, well, now you're connected to your drive and you can boot right from the USB drive. I'm thinking about building like a small entertainment thing with a in the shape of a subwoofer stream bar, but you know, I mean, just small, compact. And I'm thinking of throwing Virtual Man's 512 gig Bliss arcade system on that thing, and then also putting Cody on it, Matrix version, you know, the later version. And if you got rid of the bridge, you can get some great movies on that, and that's all 4K. So I'm gonna see about building one of these damn things. It'd be quite interesting. I'm into arcade machines and stuff like that, so you know, I mean, it's just something that I'm throwing on the back burner. So anyway, all right, now, Brandon. Okay, man, here we go. Start off at the dashboard, work our way through. As you can see, ton of games on there. You know, all your Gears of War, all that crap. NCAA Football 14, College Football Revamped, the Resident Evil, so on and so forth. And then we'll hit the live XBLA. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And you got a couple classic games on there. You got some indie games on there. And then, of course, you have your emulators. You got FC360, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to FC360. Alright, now what we'll do is we'll go ahead. We'll hit the dashboard. Make sure she gets up and online. Yep, there you are, Brendan Buckner. You're on Alliance Live. Alright. And we're good to go. There you have it. Hit the guide button. In our fifth tab, our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Pretty easy. Here you go. Whoop. No, I don't want to go back to media. That was for a red tampon on my phone. That's what I named my phone because it pisses me off. Okay, so we'll bring that back home, and there you have it, all right? So, Brandon, listen, thanks so much for your business, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, okay? Shipping it off tomorrow with these here, and we'll get them out to you. You'll have it in 2 to 3 days. Remember, guys, it's going to come with a signature confirmation, so somebody be home and sign for this damn thing, okay? Now, otherwise, they'll take it back to the post office, and they'll try 3 attempts, and then what'll happen is it'll get shipped back to me, okay? You know, and then I'm about to ship it back to you. I don't want to do that, all right? Now, Mr. Devin Ezra, okay? Devin, my friend, went ahead and he purchased a console at the website from us. We got you slim shiny, all right? So, this one's 120 gig. We'll fire it up. Make sure everything's cool. All right? And I've been busy, and I'm still continuing to be busy. But I'm starting to finally catch up on my queue now, thank God. All right? So I'm well within striking distance now. Of 16 days. Sometimes it took 2 more days than it did, but that was... I had grandbaby, all that kind of good stuff coming around and everything else. So, you know, just kind of threw me back for a couple days, but it'll be all right. So, anyway, okay, now here we are. Okay, not now. Wait a minute. Let me sync the controller. Here we go. All right, not now. Ask me later. Okay. Xbox 360, as you can see, start off. Got Black Ops, got all that stuff on there. Now, NCAA Football 14 was College Football Revamped. All right, now, Xbox Live Arcade. And of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have your emulators, okay? You got Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, and then back to Super Nintendo, okay? Because it's all I can fit on a 120 gig drive. All right, now, what we're going to do, Xbox 360, hit the dashboard, make sure it's all good. Oh, I hate when it does that. Ooh, boy, does that burn me up. Every time that does that. All right, I went a little fast for it. That's what happened. There we go. We'll hit it again. See? Sometimes these things can get a little finicky every now and then. There you go, Devin Ezra. You're on Alliance Live. There we are. Boom. Good to go. Hit the guide button. Over in our 5th tab. Advanced Warfare, BO2, Ghost, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Disable A, enable A. And there you have it. Alright? Guys, listen. Yeah, you can get the, you can get controllers. That's cool, Joe. Yeah, I mean, I'll never be without these things. These things are awesome, man. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is Virtual Man has a lot of these images out for these damn things. So, and they're becoming very powerful. Raspberry Pi, they came out with an 8 gig. Now mind you, I have this machine over here. Now that one right there. Well, that's my I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, that's one of the ones that I built. I put a stand-up backplane on that, and I got a founder's card in there and everything. Now I got full emulation on that. And I got Game Boy on there. I got PS2 on there. I mean, I got a ton on there, and it works absolutely beautiful. The graphics are great. It plays wonderful and everything. You got to have a lot of butt to be able to play these games because you're emulating. Not only you're running an operating system, but you're emulating a machine itself, and then also you're jamming all that video through there, and man, it can be a real pain. I mean, you got to have a lot of memory to do it. But as the computers are getting smaller, and these things are becoming more powerful, they're starting to come out with some really good machines that really do graphics excellent. So I've built plenty of these gaming systems before. If you look on my streams, you can see where I built arcade machines and stuff like that. I built multi-computer machines, all kinds of crazy stuff. But I'm really interested in doing this in something small, something that's going to be, not super expensive. I mean, these right here, these M SATA cards are like, this is a 512 gig. This is a Dogfish one. That's like $59. But then again, though, if you look at a 512 gig SD card, it's $59. Now, an SD card can't compare with the speed on this. So, yeah, I'm going to get this, I mean, but, these Raspberry Pi 4s, they're pretty powerful. Also, the small Windows computers are powerful, too. And I'm thinking about building an actual stream bar where it looks like a stream bar, except it's gonna be the size of like a Roku stream bar, which is small. And I'm going to put speakers in it, and of course, with a Bluetooth, with an amplifier and everything. I'm going to use good speakers, though. I'm not going to use crap speakers or anything like that. And I'm going to build a box modeled after it. And what's going to happen is one of these is going to go in there, and I'm going to make it a multi-machine gaming system, entertainment center, with the remote and all that kind of good stuff. So, that's what I'm thinking about doing on the back burner and seeing how cheap I can do it, and seeing what I can offer to the public on it, with this, because a lot of people are into this stuff. They love the old arcade machines and everything. So, what the hell? I might as well give it a shot. So, anyway. All right. So, listen, guys, it's good to see y'all. All right. And, I'm happy to be seen, too, as I didn't get blown away in a tornado. All right, Devin, listen, brother, thank you very, very much for business. I'm going to be shipping this off tomorrow. You'll have it in the mail 2 to 3 days. Signature confirmation, of course, and you're going to get a tracking number. All right. But please, guys, whatever you do when you get these things, please watch that video that I give to you guys in the email. Please watch that startup setup video, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be, if you're not used to these things, you're going to be sitting there at that Xbox logo going, what's wrong with this thing? Blah, 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 because I've had that happen, right? And then everybody's like, oh, yeah. I'm like going like, yeah, it's looking for the server, okay? So please watch that video. It's very important, all right? You can't play Happy Wars. It's an arcade. I followed the steps. Okay, well then obviously there's a bug or something. Unless you're not putting it into bypass mode, bro. That's the only thing that I can figure. If you can't, hit me up on give me an email message or whatever. Okay, and we can work our way through it. No problem. But anyway, listen, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a great night. Be safe. Be kind. Remember to rewind. All right. And I'm gonna get on out of here because I got a bunch of consoles I gotta build. Okay, and UX, listen, man, message me, okay? And I'll be more than happy to work with you on it, okay, bro? So, no big deal. Thank you so much. You all have a good one, guys. I'm going to holler at you all later. Take it easy, guys.